Rising and good afternoon to you all. Like yesterday, what came out in the read is reading the Glad Tidings piece, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm inviting y'all to come and eat with me. We're actually going to read 2 pieces and a prayer. But I'm inviting y'all to come eat with me and share this meal, share this food with me. So I'm gonna start off with this. We have common sayings. You be the judge. Common sayings. You be the judge. So usually you'll hear people say, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. Sounds like a beautiful thought. Sounds poetic and true. But the reality of it is that whether or not you love something, it never was yours. The creator of heaven and earth owns you, and he also owns whoever you happen to love. Therefore, it would be better to just love something and let it go. Otherwise, you could be loving the person with an ulterior motive, thinking, if I love them and let them go, then they'll come back to me. And if they come back to me, that means they're mine. Nope. They never were yours. And they never will be. And that's the truth. Y'all, none of these things are ours. Just think about it. When you pass away and you go, what are you taking with you? Even your meat suit that holds your very soul and your spirit, it is not yours. It's going to go. It's going to deteriorate. It's going to vanish. So that's just something for you all to think about. We have here, there's a thin line between love and hate. We done heard that plenty of times. But people tend to think that if they love someone a great deal, then they can flip over to hating them at any given moment. But true love is as far away from hate as night is from day. They are opposites. Suppose you say you love someone and then they do something that you can't stand. Then all of a sudden, do you hate them? If this is so, you would need to check out your love. Is it self-serving? Are you loving the person for what they do for you? Or do you love the principle that is operating in that person? The Father also loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. That same Father said that he hated Esau for selling his birthright. Yahweh hated the man for giving up his spiritual blessing for a piece of flesh. When we hate someone, it's usually because they took something away from us or took their love away from us. But the Father's hate is based on principle, not emotions. Therefore, he doesn't flip over from loving us to hating us when we do something so-called bad. He either loves the spirit that dwells within us, himself, or he hates what's in us, our carnality, which is destined to be destroyed. There is no flipping from one to the other. And y'all reading this piece helped me because I used to think something was wrong with me. I ain't gonna lie to you, I used to think something was wrong with me because I couldn't be hateful, like everybody else, so to speak. So I used to think something was wrong with me. And then sometimes people would look at me too like something was wrong with me because people would do something to me that would maybe be messed up. And I still may show them love, or I still may joke about it, or, whatever the case may be. Don't get me wrong. I still get angry. I still might even cuss you out. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't have that in my heart. for someone. So I used to think that something was wrong with me, y'all. I'm telling y'all, the word and Yahweh's word helped me through a lot. It doesn't mean that my life is just so much easier, you know what I'm saying, or my burden is lighter. Like, I can put things in its place by learning and gaining the understanding of it and seeing the truth in it, so it makes it better. So it'd be like, I still love certain people. I mean, well, I still love people because my love was true. But it's like, I just don't mess with them like that. You know, I can't, you know. And it just be like a safety measure for you, showing yourself love. We have here, the harder they come, the harder they fall. Dr. Kinley used to say he had a sledgehammer the size to fit anyone's head. If you're big-headed and you think you're so great, which is normally the case, yep, he's got a jumbo sledgehammer for you. Just like in the movies when the bad guy goes running after the good guy and they're at the top of a building, we know that the bad guy is gonna fall. Well, the higher they go, the bigger the splat at the bottom. How art thou fallen, O Lucifer, son of the morning? For that day will not come unless there come a falling away first, and that man of sin, the son of perdition, be revealed in us. If you refuse to bow to the truth and you keep building your tower of Babel higher and higher, then if you be destined for salvation, the Father is going to have to chastise you and bring you down. So take to heart what the man is teaching you, and you'll be saved from your fall by the 1,000 angels waiting to catch you. Just believe in him, and your fall will be easy, no matter how hard you come. Listen, and that is good, because listen, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I don't want to go high and fall and splat. I want to be caught by 1,000 angels, okay? That's why it's so important to, learn of him and get into the word, because as that word moves through you, you will be able to see you. If y'all been following me and listening to some of my videos and listening to what I say, I be telling y'all about one of my favorite verses, because I had a revelation as to that. When he says, when the evil is cut off, thou shalt see it. And most people will look outside themselves like, oh, when all of the evil is cut off, thou shalt see it. No, it's the evil within you. It's that man of sin within you, for you to see yourself. That's why everything on the outside, I tell y'all, is within you. That's everything. Everything that triggers you. The things that you see physically is all within you. You are your biggest enemy. You are your biggest adversary. Whether you are righteous or unrighteous, whether you deem yourself as good and or bad. And I learned that for myself too. Even with being loving, looking out, and this and this and that, it still comes a time where it's you. Even if, okay, and this is not excusing the people who do you dirty, y'all. Even if people hurt you and do you dirty, right? You still, as an individual, makes the choice to either still be around those people, to either still do for those people, to either still trust those people. You can still love them, but you could do it from a distance too as well, if them people wants to constantly cause you harm. See, it becomes a point where it's you and not them after a while. So we are our biggest adversaries and our biggest enemy, even with the thoughts that you have. That's also why the word is important, because it can help you even with your thoughts and put those things in its place, because you're still going to have those thoughts. We're all positive and negative. So you're still going to have those thoughts, but you will be able to easier put them in their place. You would be able to talk to yourself and be like, I ain't on that. Go ahead, go ahead somewhere. Or even pray them away. Pray for the Most High to change your mind. See, you can do that. It's up to you to believe. And even if you cannot believe in yourself, believe in the Almighty Yahweh, Elohim, Yahshua the Messiah, the one that created you. It's just something to think about. You mean to tell me the one that created you can't put things in order for you? He created you in the order that he sees fit according to his purpose. See, and that's the thing too. Everybody think you're supposed to be a certain way and do a certain thing, and that is just not so. I see it so much. Just for example, even in looks. And it be really getting on my nerves, even as far as the looks go, because there is literally an opposite to everything that he has made. And everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people try to make people feel bad by the way that they look. And it's literally an opposite to everything he has made. There is short people, there is tall people. There is skinny people, there is fat people. There is light people, there is dark people. There are small noses, big noses, thin eyebrows, big eyebrows. And then it's a whole spectrum too as well. I'm just giving y'all the opposites, but there's a wide range in there too, because we ain't even discussing the middle ground or the none, or you know what I'm saying, like. And people just constantly, there's small feet, there's big feet, there's little titties, there's big titties, there's small penis, there's big penis. It's little vagina, it's big vagina. Like, y'all know, y'all see what I'm saying? There's little booty, there's big booty. Thin lips, big lips. Short hair, long hair. No gut, big gut. Like, what's the problem? See, that's where the self-hatred and them thoughts boil down. Because the Most High says everything he made is good and very good. And y'all try to pick everything apart. And end up miserable. That's all I'm going to say. So we have here, Dr. Kinley said a lot of things, positive and negative. Were you there? Do you know the whole story? In reading scriptures, he always admonished us to read above and below the quote to get the train of thought. Likewise, when you read his lectures and quotes his sayings, do you know why he was addressing the issue in the first place? Or are you using his words to serve your own ideas of right and wrong? You be the judge. So I really liked that piece, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. This is another piece that I'm going to share with y'all, because I was just talking about the mind. So we actually have three minds. We have our carnal mind, our spiritual mind, and our earthly mind. But the piece that I'm going to read to you all is your spiritual mind and your carnal mind. So that you can start to kind of see the difference in your way of thinking. So we have here 10 easy steps for discerning between your spiritual mind and your carnal mind. So we're going to start at 1. Your spiritual mind has simple answers. Your carnal mind likes to make things tricky. 2. Your spiritual mind has no big I's and little U's. But your carnal mind bows down to idols and hates its enemies. 3. Your spiritual mind keeps its cool in sticky situations, but your carnal mind becomes upset at the slightest inconvenience. So you all can begin to see what mind you be in. And listen, y'all ain't the only ones, but that's why it's good to be able to identify it so that you can know where you're at. So that you can know what mind you're in. So that you'll be able to make correction. So that you'll be able to pray upon where your mind is at. Four, your spiritual mind is obedient to the truth. Your carnal mind tries to avoid reality. 5, your spiritual mind is unselfish in giving. Your carnal mind wouldn't give the sweat off his balls without getting something in return. 6, your spiritual mind has all the time in the world. But your carnal mind wants things done like yesterday. 7, your spiritual mind has a quiet tone of voice. Your carnal mind is screaming at you all day long. 8, your spiritual mind recognizes that you will perform both good and evil. Your carnal mind tries like hell to be only good. See, I'm going to touch on this number 8 real quick, because the Most High made us all good and evil. We're all positive and negative. So we're going to do things, and that's according to his purpose. See, this puts me in the mind of another piece where we try to be what we already are. People try to be bad, but you already are. People try to be good, but you already are. Kind of puts you in the mind too as well, like other things that you do. Like say you're a singer, but maybe because you're not number 1 on the charts or something like that, you're not viewing yourself as what you already are. You singing, you's the singer. You may be a painter, but you're not in the biggest of art galleries. But guess what? You're still a painter. You may be someone who do skits and things like that on your phone, but you don't feel like you're big leagues because you ain't on a big screen. No. You are that actor and that creator because you're already doing it. We do as people try to be so desperately what we already are. And I say we because even with my higher knowledge or higher consciousness or whatever the case may be, I still need our Heavenly Father and Mother Yahweh Elohim Yahshua the Messiah day in and day out. I am you. Maybe at a different level, but I am you. And I still have to work and see myself as well. I still have to shed things. I still have to learn things. I still have to grow too as well. That's why sometimes when I'm reading, I give y'all examples and tell y'all a little bit about myself too, because I want y'all to see that I am you. And I don't want y'all to ever think that because sometimes I can get passionate with my word. I don't want y'all to think that I'm down to y'all. Most of the time I be passionate because I want y'all to come out of it. And for some people, certain things work a certain way. Some people, you could talk to them nicely and that works. Some people, tough love, that works. It's different strokes for different folks. And I got them all. Got them all for you. I might touch a few people by, me being funny, and they cling and resonate with that. I might get angry, talk a little shit, and I might connect with somebody, from that aspect. I might be crying, sad, hurt, feeling something, and I may connect with someone else who is sensitive. I may have to get loud so one can hear me. I may talk sweet like. Different strokes for different folks. So, number 9. Your spiritual mind isn't worried about a thing, but your carnal mind pretends not to worry, but is scared shitless. 10. Your spiritual mind doesn't need to prove itself to anyone, but your carnal mind is propping itself up constantly and constantly. So choose you this day whom you will serve. Is you going to serve your spiritual mind, or is you going to serve your carnality? Y'all, it's about gaining an understanding. Gaining that knowledge and gaining an understanding. That's why I explain sometimes the things the way that I do. And I'm not going to automatically think that most of you all understand, because I know you don't. So it's about gaining an understanding. About learning. We have here in the front page, wisdom and knowledge is, but understanding is the stability of the times now, the reality. Wisdom and knowledge is the stability of the times now, but understanding is the reality. So we have here prayer for the bad times. Dear Yahweh, help me be a good sport in this game of life. I don't ask for any easy place in the lineup. Put me anywhere you need me. I only ask that I can give you 100% of everything I have. If all the hard drives seem to come my way, I thank you for the compliment. Help me remember that you never send a player more trouble than he can handle. And help me, Elohim, to accept the bad breaks as part of the game. May I always play on the square, no matter what the others do. Help me study the book so I'll know the rules. Finally, Yahweh, if the natural turn of events goes against me and I'm benched for sickness or old age, help me to accept that it's part of the game too. Keep me from wimp that I was framed or that I got a raw deal. And when I finish the final inning, I ask for no laurels. All I want is to believe in my heart that I played as well as I could and that I didn't let you down. Hallelujah. I hope you all got something from those pieces that'll help you along your journey. Oh, y'all, hold on. You already know we got to get the grateful heart messages. You already know we got to get the grateful heart messages. Just something for you all to partake in and eat. Something for you to think about. So let's go ahead and get a grateful heart message. We have here, Yahweh is like a father to his children, tender and compassionate to those who fear him. I waited patiently for Yahweh. He turned to me and heard my cry. Yahweh is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yahweh is the stronghold of my life. Whom shall I be afraid? When you have truly thanked Yahweh for every blessing sent, but little time will remain for murmur or lament. I will thank Yahweh because he is just. I will sing praise to the name of the Most High. I will lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, O Yahweh, make me dwell in safety. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is Yahweh's will for you in Yahshua the Messiah. I hope you all got a message from those pieces that you can take with you on your journey. Thank you all for listening. Know that Yahweh loves you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Thanks for sharing a meal with me.